Yes, have we got everyone?
Yes.
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 We do.
Yes.
Oh, damn. Lovely. So, who? I know it's fucking hot minute ago, but who recalls what occurred in the
Oh.
last session?
Why is the screen black?
We had a fucking Mad Max episode.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
As they're so keen of saying in Fast and Furious, it was vehicular warfare.
Killer warfare. Yes, it fucking was. So yes, you guys having defeated your friendly little vampire cyborgs in the mountain pass of Wales, you had recovered the nanobot gel sort of crate that Sly had sent you to go parlay for. Thankfully, the guys you were going to buy it from died. That were all dead, so that was nice and simple. So you didn't have to really worry about that bit. What you did have to worry about on the way back were some, fucking Fury Roadsters. People living on the Livid Lane, as they call it down that ways. So you made your way back with, I believe, the truck being blown to fuck. But you guys have managed to bodge it back together into what is essentially a golf cart that can drag your mech.
Yes, that is exactly what happened. I distinctly remember all of us also winning the lottery and becoming billionaires.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I have memories of that too.
That happened, yeah. That happened.
I remember becoming level 10. That was a big moment.
Yes, so you guys made it back to merry old London, and I believe Jameson and John were both unarmed from their encounter with the
Oh yeah, in the cave.
012.
Yes, they became significantly more armless than they were beforehand.
Jameson had managed to Splint did the hard bit, managed to bodge together a working limb from
Yeah.
what remained of the fucking his bruises. Whereas John elected for a more dignified approach and elected to wait until you got back to London.
Yeah, in hindsight, that was a stupid idea. Now I can't remember what I was planning.
So yeah, you guys have made it back to London. What are you doing?
Well, I guess there was Jameson want me to resort out that arm.
Mhm.
Let's find out, Jameson. Guess not. Okay, carry on. You can keep that arm. That's fine. Does
Has anyone got anything particular that you would wish to do?
I want to get my. This sounds weird to say. I want to get my wings installed.
Oh, yes. Those wings.
Just
Can I help
now
install them?
I've got the Constitution.
Awesome. So you purchased them though, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I bought them because I didn't think we'd get this much money as early as we did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Ed,
Yes.
did we level up?
No,
No.
we didn't. I would like to help install said wings. Unless he's getting it done professionally, in which case I'll leave it to it.
No, you are the professional here.
Cool.
You're relatively professional. I mean, you do it for a living.
Oh man, he's gonna
Yeah.
fuck up and I'm gonna end up with gills instead of wings.
And back
I would like to read the manual on how to install these things to see if they give me any kind of edge.
All right. Roll a.
This is River walking on and him reading surgery for dummies like 10 minutes before the surgery.
It's just, if there's anything I need to know specific about the wings being installed, in terms
Tips
of,
and
I'm assuming
tricks,
there's going to be like a neural input because it's going to be basically giving you additional limbs, and that's not something that you'll necessarily be used to because
True.
you're used to having 4 limbs, and suddenly you're going to be increasing your number of limbs. How they connect to the spine, what the harness on the rest of the body is, so that it doesn't just rip off his body as soon as he tries to fly. I'm doing like insightful thinking.
Yeah, fine. Roll a investigation check.
Investigation. Excellent.
No, you gain no special advantage from that.
Okay.
Start reading it, but then you're like, oh, this is really dry. This is a lot of big words, and you're just like, oh, fuck it, let's just get to it. Yeah.
Let's get to it, lads. Okay. Well, I'm just going to start
So
working
yeah,
on it now.
roll some medicine and some robotics for me.
He's gonna cut all my limbs off.
16 for medicine and robotics 23.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Am I fine?
Yeah, no, River, you're okay. So this is one that you can be conscious for because he needs to make sure that you can feel when like various nerve endings are being attached.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start like making sure you're testing like the wings and you can actually sort of move them. Feels incredibly strange. It does now feel. I mean, the best thing you can compare it to is just essentially massive hands sticking out the back of your shoulder blades.
Oh my god, I'm gonna win every game of rock paper scissors.
Ever.
It's an incredibly weird feeling, and I would imagine you take a bit of time to like get to grips with it and get feeling for it. Cue sort of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, sort of learning to sort of web swing sort of montage. Very good. Anyone else?
Could I have an arm, please?
Oh yeah. What are you thinking?
I
Is there anything particularly special you were going for?
I think just a standard tier 0, just replacement arm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's cool. I believe that is. That won't affect your blood toxicity at all.
Yeah.
So I
But
believe.
about blood toxicity, is there any way I could get hold of a toughened torso? Because man needs hit points.
Yeah. So let me just double check how much a replacement is 100,000 Wonlongs.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, no worries.
Got too much money.
And that's super easy to install. That's but the guy basically 3D scans you at the shop and basically makes a sort of mirror image of your other arm.
My other
Are you
right
going
arm.
for like a cybernetic look? Are you going sort of more of a natural covering?
No, just cyber.
Sick.
On it. It just has yellow text down it saying cyber on it. Otherwise, what's the point, really?
Cyber in big dumb letters.
Yeah, Comic Sans, obviously.
Obviously.
Toughened is the toughened torso is only a tier 1, and so with your guys' recognition, that is not too hard to come about. You can get that. You can pick that up for 150 Wonlongs, 150,000 Wonlongs, if you so wish.
I
How
do,
do you work out your blood toxicity thing? Is it double your con?
with a minimum of 2.
Cool.
Are you going for that?
Yeah.
Perfect. That one will need installing. So are you going to your friendly Cyberdoc Glenn to do that for you?
Yeah. He's good boy.
All right. So Splint, can you roll me some medicine and robotics for me? Sure you don't fuck this up.
Sorry, what am I rolling?
Medicine and robotics.
Sorry. Medicine 22. Works 13.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's only a tier 1, so effective immediately. John, your hit points increase by 2 times your level.
This is big. Have you just doubled your hit points by any chance?
No,
Or more than?
it's not quite.
Oh god.
You
That's-
also gain an additional 2 hit points every time you level up from now on.
Yeah. Now I've got 40 hit points. And
Oh yeah.
how easy is it to come by Luxolite? Because I'm gonna need some of that.
It's easy to come across, can be expensive as a habit. For example, the quick relief that lasts 1 hour costs 1,000 Wonlongs. If you want the lympholite complete relief, which lasts 24 hours, that's 4,000 Wonlongs.
Yeah,
What?
I am spending $4,000 a day on mine.
The lympholite is
Well, I think isn't it Nuclei completely reduced $4,000 a day?
sorry, the leucolite is
Yeah.
the one. The lymphomite is the tougher one. The leucolite essentially makes your limit 1 point higher.
I just need 1 point a day.
Yeah, that's
$4,000 a day, bud.
essentially
4 grand
4 grand a day is your new habit.
Yeah,
Cool.
worth it.
We better start having an income stream.
What have we been gone, like a week?
Mm-hmm.
Knock some money off for my lookalike habit.
Yep.
I'm just gonna pay for like a month up front. Yeah, I
I
think
mean, what would
that's
that be?
me.
4,000.
It's 28 grand a week.
It's 1.4 million a year.
How much buy a year supply then?
Hmm.
Very nice.
You have that much money? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah, I was going to say I got 6.5 million myself.
Yeah,
Like,
I've got 6.1 now.
I could start doing it for fun.
I mean, if it was about a 50 mil you guys got.
I have a question. Can anybody other than me remember what the crack is with my arm? I believe I replaced it and it's all fully functional now.
Yeah, but it's shit.
It looks ugly as fuck because you pulled it off that vampire like.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Can I get one that doesn't look like it's made out?
Well, I asked earlier and you didn't answer, so no.
I was muted and it was in the room.
No,
Love
it's
it. Are you
unacceptable.
getting anything particularly fancy, or are you just getting a replacement?
No, I'm already on Lookalite, so I don't need any more fancy gear.
Okay, so just a straight up replacement would be 100,000.
Gotcha.
Yep. And similar to John, they basically just 3D print like what is essentially your other side. They just flip it. Just shove that right on in there. That's that's an easy job. They can do that pretty simply.
Is that them doing it or me doing it?
Oh, they do it over there really
Also,
easy.
given that I've already got a cybernetic arm, I imagine it's just changing out parts essentially.
Yeah, but you already have like the socket in place, so
Yeah.
and all like the fittings.
They just scan the QR code on it.
Yeah, they need to like sort of clean up the socket because it was slightly damaged from where it was not properly unplugged, and just clean it and install a new one. So you're all good.
Lovely.
Lovely, lovely. Any of you guys, any of the other guys, doing anything in particular? No.
Spin's gonna go out and just do some medical stuff that he normally does.
Yeah. Very good.
Practice flying.
Mm-hmm.
Just flying.
Can
Lovely.
I check in on our gun running situation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Collect.
I'm going to go and steal some hubcaps.
One second, I'll get you to roll for crime in a second. I'm trying to remind myself something. Awesome. Nice. Cool. Yes. So you guys wanted to check in on your gun run, Ely. So who are you? Are you guys all just stopping off there?
Flying off over there, but I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Actually, what augments do we have in the world? Is it twice your con modifier? By the way, was that correct?
Oh, what your limit is? I always have to double check this. Your toxicity limits. Cyberpunk has a basic toxicity limit equal to twice your con modifier to a minimum of 2. If a cyberpunk's blood toxicity goes over their limit, but is still less than the upper blood toxicity limit, they gain the poisoned condition until either
shit.
raise their constitute modifier or remove the augmentation.
I've got capacity for more stuff. I'm okay. I'm going to be looking at the handbook.
Cool.
I thought the wings were like really high requirement.
There's only 2 on the wings, and 2 on the invisible skin, and 1 on the sword arm. So
There are
5.
higher wings you can get.
So common.
Yeah. 3. So
Oh, you got another one. A cyberpunk's upper blood toxicity limit is equal to 4 times their con modifier. If they go up over their upper blood toxicity limit, they gain both a the poison condition and incapacitated. So essentially, they're just like a rolling mound on the floor. If they go 5 times higher, then they die.
Cool.
hot.
Spimp would like to try and get some enhanced aiming things put in, by the way, if you can.
What's that one? Is that tier 1?
Tier 2, I can see my eyes ×2, and I can have +2 to any attack, provided I can see the target.
Sweet. Was that enhanced infantry arms?
Nope, enhanced aiming Mark 2.
Just next to it. The eye one. Zoom. That's cool. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just
tier
going to
2,
pay the money and get it done.
you guys have the tool to get that. That'd be if you're going to install it yourself, that would only be.
I'm not going to install it myself. I'm going to get, because I don't. I'm just going to get someone else to do it because.
Cool. Yeah, if you pay for the whole,
trust someone else.
550,000, then
That's
that'll
fine.
come as a package. Yeah, you go to. You guys have sort of got a guy for this now, and they've been. He treats you really well now that you've been going there for so long, and you guys have been spending a lot of money there. So he is super happy to sort you out real quick for that.
Sweet.
Very nice. Is anyone else doing any shopping? For that, yeah.
I'm not wanting for much at this stage.
I might be because I'm just looking at all the tier 1 augments.
Yeah, I might get an augment. I've currently got enhanced aim. Wait a minute. I've got an enhanced aiming Mark 2 currently.
I've just got. Can you get augments removed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't think I can have any more.
What's your con?
My basic limit is 2 and my upper limit is 4. So I can have more, but
We've only got 1 con.
Mhm.
Wow. Weak. Carry on.
pathetic.
Pathetic.
Tier 0 don't add to your thingy anymore. Why is it
Tier 0 don't.
That's when you get like normal arms and things, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's some cool stuff in there. There's like hidden compartments. There's like
I have a mechanical liver.
mechanical livers. You can pay.
Why would you not want the consequences of getting drunk? That's like all the. That just means you get all the shit.
No, it's if you choose to do so. So you can choose to get drunk, but without getting hangover, or you can choose to just keep drinking and not get drunk.
You can change out your skin so you never get a sun. You never get a sun.
Like, you can choose to sober up in 6 seconds.
Richard wants that IRL.
I do. I really do.
Richard wants that, and also backdated to when he was born.
Yeah.
What
You
page
can
is on?
instantly learn a skill or on a tool. That's
I
some cool
want
shit.
to. I want to go and steal some hubcaps.
Yes, of course. Camps, is there
Of
any
course.
particular type
It
of
says
hub
it like it's a perfectly normal thing to do.
Of course, the beginnings of a real crime family are right there.
what kind of hubcaps are you looking for here?
Literally any hubcaps.
Cool. Make a. I mean, that's not even. Yeah, like not even an investigation. That's just like keeping your eye out. Yeah, make a perception check as you're just like going about your day.
Whilst in that one doesn't see a single car.
Oh, shit! You remember they're all hover cars. Fuck. No. There's fucking cars everywhere. You find some. Yeah, you find some really sweet ones, and there's some places in pretty quiet, aka deserted areas. Pretty left alone. If you want to steal, please roll stealth and mechanics. Doable. Yep. No, you still a tasty set of hubcaps. All your 14-year-old friends are going to be well impressed.
Mm.
Say, I'm pretty sure that he's just an old grouchy man, not a fucking nonce. 14-year-old friends.
Oh,
Hey
Bit
Dan,
creepy.
I don't wear rigger boots, Dan.
Good. I lose respect for you.
Ed, how long have we got?
Before what?
Like how in this shopping trip, how long have we got downtime wise before we have to go?
You guys have as long as you want. I'm assuming at some point you're going to want to sort of like report to Sly.
Okay. In that case, can I take a day to do instant learning?
Ooh, what's that?
Quarter of a mil to get proficiency in a skill.
Oh, yes. Is that free in terms of blood toxicity?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tier 0.
Oh, yes. I'm going to do that, please.
So
Yes,
you and James can go for a nice little spa day together. Go do your fucking Matrix shit. So yeah, you have to go to essentially the Cyberdark, and they just plug your head into their servers, where they have like a catalog of skills to pick from. So it's 250,000 each per skill. And for each skill or tool proficiency, you need to spend at least 24 hours consecutive plugged into this equipment.
I've just done that as well, by the way.
Okay, and that was quarter of a mil, right?
And I will take training in deception.
No, you won't. He's having it on.
Oh, go on.
oh,
Oh, go on.
I am going to do it in investigation.
Okay, yeah.
I'm now better investigating than John, confirmed.
The
Uh,
dream.
Cookie, what was yours in?
I took it in acrobatics.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. I'm imagining like, yeah, you guys all go in there, and then like,
Yeah.
the guys come to pick you up afterwards because it's known that you can be a little bit shaky after these sorts of things, and then you see as the guys like walk out, fucking Jameson is just like chatting people up and looking all fucking schmoozy, like as he's walking out. Splint is like eyes wide, just like fucking scanning everything he sees, and appears to have like just sort of broken the fourth wall and is able to see everything. And you see Cookie looks pretty normal until he just like looks around, makes sure there's no space, and just does a crisp backflip.
That's amazing.
An old
An old bastard.
an old limber bastard. The thing is though, is because you've mentally downloaded how to do it. In that it's like you have the muscle memory to do it, but your body hasn't learned to do this. So you still like if you like stack it, or if you don't, or if you hit it, even if you hit it right, your knees kind of go
I can love that. I just see the basically just imagine it's like the Matrix, and Cookie just goes, "I know kung fu."
Yeah, basically that's essentially how it works, just slower. Brilliant.
I do have a slight thing that River would like to do, mostly because I miscalculated my my blood toxicity again. Hooray! But in a good way, as in I still have more capacity. So
okay.
what I'd like to do is get my hidden blade replaced with a with the what's it, the hidden compartment. And then now that I've got slightly more capacity for augments, I'd like to get Cat's Eyes installed. Because the hidden compartment doesn't take any blood toxicity, and Cat's Eyes takes 2.
Can you say Cat's
Well,
Eyes in the most deceptive
you're-
way you can?
So you
No.
can't now attack with the sword anymore.
No,
Just a
my idea would be just have a sword, you know?
Just have a sword in the compartment.
No, because the compartment can only have something about 6 inches long, so I think have a knife in the compartment and have a sword.
Ah.
I mean, yeah, you can go invisible, kind of.
Exactly, right? I'm kind of thinking the hidden blade element is slightly negated by the fact I can go invisible.
Tom's got a dildo compartment in his forearm now.
Andy, I will stab you with every knife on my body,
And the dildo that he
And
keeps.
the dildo.
especially the dildo.
Oh,
It's sharpened for your pleasure.
Sharpened rubber.
Don't question it.
Cool. Yeah. No. You take your katana, get your katana removed and handled.
Yep.
Guess what Ditch is doing? Pachinko.
what?
Wait, hang on. How much would it cost for Ditch to get a pachinko machine installed in his body?
Yeah.
I think that'd be like a tier 0. I would say that'd be kind of on the scale of like an enhanced HUD, but it's
There is a
essentially
pachinko machine in our hideout now.
it's kind of like a game with in-app purchases.
Once
God.
Ditch reaches cyberpsychosis, he becomes an AI pachinko machine.
Just a pachinko. Downloads his consciousness into a pachinko machine.
It gives him disadvantage on stealth checks though, because all the beads are rattling.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's essentially like a free to play app that has like ads, so you can just play pachinko, like just virtually to your heart's content. But every 3 minutes you need to sit through an unskippable like ad for shitty mobile game.
Dan, what the fuck is that?
Dom's new present that he keeps in his arm.
That does look like a
Oh my god.
That does look like
Oh,
something
shit.
she can arm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, River keeps in her arm even.
I like how it's engraved to look like an old cult or something.
That was
Beautiful.
the first result when I searched dildo knife.
That's something you don't want on your search history,
Just
is
remove
it?
that particular search history.
It's rare that you Google image search something and you're like, well, yeah, no, that's pretty perfect.
Tom, look at this. Tom, look at this sexy beast.
It's rare that you search something like that. I think probably gonna be a lot of porn, and then there's none.
Look at this. Look at this sexy beast, Tom.
Normally, it's you think
I'm
there won't be
waiting.
any, and then suddenly there's loads.
Yeah, that is the way I'm used to it being.
That's a pachinko machine from the 1700s.
Oh god.
Oh.
Should I just count up the cost of this, Ed, if that's all right?
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
now we're
Yep,
talking.
cool. Thank you.
That's a sexy bastard.
That's a sexy bastard, isn't
What are
it?
the cats? What are the cat's eyes doing?
It's +1 to attack rolls and dark vision for 60 feet.
Heck.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Could I get an augment?
Oh, here we go.
What do you mean? Here we go. You shit.
Yeah. So,
So how does it work with blood toxicity?
so your blood toxicity limit, your basic limit is 2 times your con modifier.
2 times my con. So that is 4.
What is your con? Sorry.
2.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so your basic limit is 4. So as long as you get things that add up to or lower than 4 blood toxicity, it doesn't affect you in any way. You just get the benefits of the. If you go
Okay.
higher than that, then you get poisoned by like your blood becomes
Yeah.
toxic.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, essentially you can get one.
It all depends on how many pachinko balls you can fit inside you.
Yeah.
Oh, he can get a lot in.
I need a
Yeah.
level 6 pachinko machine.
Tier 0 augments don't cost any blood toxicity. You could get 1 tier 4 augment, although that would be pretty hard to come by. Or 2 tier 2 augments, or 4 tier 1s, or any combination thereof.
Okay.
You've given him way too much choice.
So I'm looking at the enhanced aiming Mark II.
Enhanced anus.
Enhanced anus.
For more pachinko balls.
Yeah.
Yes, cool. So yeah, the enhanced aiming tier 2, yeah, it'd be 550,000.
550. Okay, 1, 8, 5. Okay, and that means I get +2 for any attacks. 2. Okay. Where do I put my augments? Ah, here's my augments. Enhanced aiming 1, 2.
Is
I
there
don't know
a
what that's
augment that
supposed to
you can get to arrive on time? Oh,
Oh,
No.
damn, Dan, you got no chill.
I thought Tom's answer was just no. Dom knows the truth of things.
It's true.
Good to
There's
drink.
nothing else really useful to me.
I mean, there definitely is.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing, Dan. Maybe maybe Mr. Ditchy gets some angel wings as well.
Alright, but if you start trying to make small talk with me because of it, I'm gonna stab you.
Hey, how about these angel wings, eh?
Oh, you
Splint, get them off me.
Sven just immediately rips them off. No, I'm kidding. Are you getting Sven to put them on?
Why do I have more con
Yes.
than the fucking
you're getting
weeb samurai?
So you're getting Sven to help you put them on, yeah?
Yes, please.
Robotics and medicine again? Dom?
Yeah, go for it.
Not that bad, even?
Yeah, medicine and robotics.
Here's a query. Do I get any kind of advantage of this being the second time I'm doing this exact thing?
Oh, yeah, no, I'd say so. You get on the check.
Advantage on both?
Yeah, you can
Or- yeah.
checks because you've done this before. You get the idea.
Whoops.
Yeah.
And then robotics and robotics. So that'll be a 25 and a 21.
Totally. Yeah.
That's
Absolutely fine.
that's a good
No.
roll, man.
Apple. Yeah, now we have some our close, well, class range characters can now fly.
Yeah.
Remember that the wings are out at all times, so people can see them.
Bold assumption.
Oh, hang on. Was that a roll for the wings?
That was for Splint to install them.
Oh shit! I didn't agree to this.
I thought you were getting them.
I thought
It's too late now.
Okay, you don't need you. If you, I thought you were getting them.
Yeah. I thought this was the roll for the eyes.
No, that was
No, yeah, we didn't have a roll for my eyes.
I could do that as well.
Stick the eyes in me. Not like that.
Like, just like that.
medicine and robotics. Are you ready?
Yeah, there could be worse.
Yeah, you're fine. All good. Absolutely fine. Is everyone got what they want now?
I'm looking at recoil reduction arm. I assume that would count for my sword as well.
What tier is that?
Tier 1.
The old recoil from swords, yeah.
It does. Yeah, I've got the same thing.
I know. Contains counterweights and dodges to improve your stability and enhance your use of weaponry.
Yeah.
You deal an extra +1 to any damage dealt when using two-handed weapons or weapons held in dominant hand. Yep. Yeah, reading that, it would seem to work.
Nice.
I think it's just to make your arm movements, more fluid, more smooth, more precise. Yeah.
Cool.
So, am I putting that in again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thankfully, there's no critical failures on the difficulty check, so you are all right.
Nice.
It is fucking amazing. That's fucking 1, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I've got +10 to medicine.
So, and finally, can I get a hidden blade as well?
Sure.
That'll stop me getting into fights with Weevu pachinko owners because they won't let me take my sword.
Do you know how
So,
many
Tom,
Popeye
you and I
based,
both know nothing will stop you from getting into those fights.
Do you know how many Popeye-based pachinko machines there are, Tom?
I hope there's more than 3.
There's 60,000 Popeye-based pachinko machines.
Thank God for that.
That's a much higher number than I was expecting.
No, it's not. It's 101,000. Sega have made 509 million from Popeye-based pachinko machines.
I've now realised that it's impossible for Splint to fail at tier 1 sort of upgrade. So yeah, no.
Is it really?
Roll. You get it installed absolutely fine.
Although my robotics is +7, so
Okay, yeah, roll robotics then.
I've rolled robotics for I roll robotics now anyway, and that was a 23.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Lovely. As everyone got, you guys are all fucking chromed out now.
Yeah.
You guys are all lovely. Everyone got
Yeah, I
Enough
think
of that.
cool. What are you doing?
right, let's go report to
Okay.
To the highest height. Oh, can you repair my mech suit, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Well, so you guys just been.
You should repaint it while you're doing it. Paint it bright pink.
I'm Dom. Can I? Not Dom. Ed.
Yeah.
I mix you guys up way too much.
very different people as well.
I do the same thing, don't worry. I have no idea which one we are.
Can I, as I repair this mech suit, unbeknownst to the owner of the mech suit?
Yeah.
Can I rewire it a bit so that on my command, on my hacking command, I can make the mech suit do the YMCA?
Okay.
Can
So
I assist with this?
firstly, engineering just to fix the thing.
Can I assist?
Sure. Yeah. So advantage on the. Yep. There you go. Absolutely fine. Yeah. No, you managed to fix it up really good in only sort of 2 days of work.
Imagine
and
how old of a reference the YMCA is in 2285 or whatever year we are.
only costs you about 200,000 in parts.
Okay. Good spend.
Yep. Not bad. And yes, roll some computing.
Can I get is Splint going to assist?
Yes, I can assist with this too.
Advantage.
Not that I needed to.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. 27. You handily managed to install a little program.
Can I also, whilst doing this, install it so that I can also activate the YMCA? Is that
Yeah.
allowed?
It's up to Cookie if he lets that.
I don't think I want to relinquish this unique opportunity that I've created.
Unique opportunity that I have
I
created.
would like to do it without Cookie's knowledge.
Roll a stealth check.
Stealth, he says. Boom.
A perception check. Cookie, roll some perception.
Oh.
It's super weird. Yeah, Splint just went off for 5 minutes. You thought he went to the toilet, but I think he came back and it's all fine. Computing
Sorry, say again?
a 15 because essentially it's already been done. You just essentially need to tag your. You just like basically need to make another.
Oh! No. Fuck.
Absolutely. Not quite. You don't have the time in your little
No.
moment to do it. Unfortunately, yeah. Cookie is the sole proprietor of that back door.
James, Spin would like to instead go over to Cookie and blackmail him by saying, "I could just tell Mr. Ditch what you've done."
Oh dear.
And then just wanders off anyway, and because he remembers that he's really bad at keeping secrets anyway, and blackmailing probably won't help. I'll just accidentally reveal it later.
I mean, regardless of whether Ditch knows or not, he's not even feeling about it.
Okay.
You made some lovely additions to the map. Very good.
Cool.
So were you guys checking up on your little enterprise then?
Yeah,
Yes. Cool.
I figured Jameson needs to take point. Was it Jameson who hired all the guys? I feel like it's a very Jameson thing to do, but
Jameson's currently taking a shit.
okay, interesting. Interesting. I didn't realise that.
I'm gonna get the beer.
Let's have
1 second.
a little have a little
Jameson ship
break.
break.
Wait for
Yeah.
Jameson to have a shit.
I'm drinking beer that's 7 months out of date.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. So for the to celebrate me joining the firm ? I've been there for like 7 months, whatever. They sent like a package of goodies, a corporate wellness package they called it.
Cocaine?
Unfortunately, not. I have to go into the office to get that. It's fucking savage. But like most of it, like there was like a single pack of crisps, and it wasn't even a big pack. I was like, all right, sure.
Nice.
Like a
pack
small.
It's just like a school packed lunch.
Yeah, basically. It's a slightly bigger box, but like, a small bottle of pink lemonade, one small Peroni, like... I don't want to say you feel a bit cheated, but when you're like, you kind of said like, oh, there's a welcome package coming, and you're like, oh, okay, this would be good.
What was this? What was this shit about Adon? Was that?
Yeah, this is the corporate wellness package I got for starting at Burkitt, which I only just got.
Oh.
Yeah.
I am still due my 5-year gift of a bottle of prosecco or champagne, I think it is.
Oh, mate.
And I am currently at 6 years and 8 months of the company.
Oh, Jesus. Does that mean I got wine out of your company before you did?
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's exactly correct. Yeah.
I haven't drunk that
Whilst,
yet. I need to.
whilst you were away, Sam, we have installed a bug in Ditch's mecha suit.
What does it do?
It makes it do the YMCA.
Now I think about it, though, do you know what we missed a trick of?
What?
We should have made it do the robot.
Oh my god, right? Jesus. And yeah, as I said, imagine how old of a reference YMCA is now in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's.
you thought of Ditch stuck in a mecha suit that's doing the YMCA of its own accord.
It would be quite funny.
Yeah, I mean, my business has many flaws, but when you sign on, they do give you like. So I think one guy got like 2 large bottles of rum, of his favorite rum, and another guy got like a 12-pack of like craft beer or something that he liked.
Let me guess, you got a kick in the teeth.
I was the very first person to join, so I didn't get anything, but I did get taken out of dinner an awful lot when we first started because it was like 4 of us. So.
Sam got the bladed dildo.
When you say he got it, you mean he got it.
He did, yeah.
No, that's the point as well, actually. Sorry, before we jump back in, guess who I spoke to the other day, Sam?
Rob.
A
Rob,
man who
yeah.
makes dildos?
Yeah, Rob contacted me because he was having some legal trouble, which is the only reason anybody contacts me now, anyway.
I mean, it seems reasonable.
Inadvertently, though, he contacted me about my secondary area of expertise, so I was more than happy to help out. But yeah,
Good job.
sorry, yeah,
Oh,
that was a
well.
complete aside, but yeah.
He didn't make it through COVID.
No, I know, he told me, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got nothing but good things to say about utility results, though.
I know. a bit odd, but there you go.
I think it's because they let him know before his furlough was up that they were like, yeah, look, you should probably look for another job because, you know.
Yeah, it was when he was still furloughed. They were like, look, at the moment, all they said was, at the moment, we don't have a job for you to go back to. And we can't guarantee that you will find one between now and when we think furlough will be over, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, understandably, he was like, well, fuck, I've got a mortgage to pay, I'll go find another job. So he did.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, good on him.
He didn't stay in that job long before he moved somewhere else. But
Yeah, he got headhunted apparently, so.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I want to go and work for B&Q.
Unironically, I applied to B&Q
And I'm
not
gonna
that long ago.
I'm going to put brass.
Did
I'm
you
gonna
really?
Put hinges.
Yeah, their head office was located right next to the when I worked in insolvency. It was located right next to us, but all it took was one walk past that office, and no, they are literally elbow to elbow.
Oh, no.
They are on the tiniest desks I've ever seen. It looks miserable. So yeah,
That seems
no
alright
thanks.
for a company that sells like.
I know, right? Like, surely they could just build a fucking extension.
Awesome. So,
Sorry.
you guys, having spent sort of a few days just to sort of like have some you time, have some self care, have some get some cyber business and
Cyber wellness.
roamed up. So yes, you spent some days at the cyber spa, which all included.
Like such a snowflake.
And yeah, you guys finally sort of like get back to business and decide to go check in on your criminal enterprise. Beautiful. So you guys make your way down to your Docklands warehouse, where you've had your boys Trent and Schubert out with.
Good old boys.
Yeah.
So you arrive, and it's fucking industrious. It's like when you get there, the warehouse it's nighttime, and so you're expecting it to be all quiet, but actually, like it looks quiet on the inside, from the outside, but actually you can hear the sort of industry going on within. You can see lights coming on from inside, and when you guys make your way in through 4 guys who've been posting guard outside, seems like they've sort of put these guys into shape a little bit and got a nice sort of like security detail going. And the guys within are moving boxes. There's stock being put to the side. There's seems to be a lot of gears in motion here. River, did you say you were flying over there just for the fun of it?
I mean, how long of a flight would it be? And do I fly at like running speed? I think I do. From my reading, I do.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't seem to say. I would say
Yeah.
yes. Run.
Because I only get 1 hour of flying a day. So if this is going to be like a 40-minute run or 40-minute fly, I'll probably just get a ride with people.
You get a ride with guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, really good. Cool. You guys, make your way in. Schubert and Trent take you to the side. They give you a little rundown of shit that's been going on. They said, they basically said like, oh, that guy Goto that you got, the sort of go-between, sort of middleman, has been finding some good deals for you guys, and is been finding some cool shit for you guys. They've had some shipments come in. They've sent some stuff off. Up north where like everyone's wanting like London grade gear, it seems to be progressing nicely. They haven't really turned much of a profit yet because they've had to be investing in sort of stock and stuff like that. But they've got a big deal sort of coming up in the next few days, which should be pretty lucrative. They've got a big shipment coming in. Looking really positive. They say.
Suspicious.
All going good. Really nice. Cool. Lovely. Are you guys doing anything specific whilst you're there?
Collecting the money?
Yeah, as I say, so they said that from the money that you've invested with them, they've put straight into stock. They've had some stuff coming and going, but they haven't yet turned a profit. Unfortunately, being only sort of like a week.
How many guys have we hired?
So you had Ted, you had Trent Darby and Schubert 36,
Mhm.
and his buddies, and then you had the 10 guys who are the remnants of the River Rats.
All right, so it's 12 in total, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys had aggressively recruited, and then you had Goto, who's kind of like an independent sort of middleman.
Oh yeah. All right, I wanna give all of the 12. I want to give them 1,000 Wonlongs as like a thanks and gift from them, and definitely not because it makes my own number of Wonlongs much nicer.
Yeah, they're happy. That's nice.
Yeah, keep them happy, keep them on board. Give me a nicer number of Wonlongs. Everybody win.
The guys are like, initially the lady with slitty cat eyes and angel wings holding a large sword was understandably a little bit intimidating, so a lot of the guys weren't making eye contact with you.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forget. I'm kind of horrifying now.
Very
Huh.
oddly, it's still very attractive, but in a very like powerful kind of off-putting.
We call it a danger fuck now.
Yeah, some guys would be intimidated. Weak men would be intimidated.
Weak men.
But yeah, no. After that, no, the guys they start like, oh, okay, thank you, lady. That's mighty kind of you. That's really good.
You do good work.
Yeah. Are you doing anything else particularly there, or are you just moving on?
Is there anything else we need to do with these guys? I'm just thinking, was there... Because obviously they're not turning a profit yet. That's fine. Kind of expected that. Was there anything in particular we wanted to use these guys for before we go and meet up with whatever his face is called. I can't remember names.
I'm gonna hire. I'm gonna try and hire them or get them onto a course of like basic sort of like just learning to do like the basics of like shooting and like the basics of being able to like investigate, so like they can look out for things and that kind of stuff. So that they're a bit more competent. They're not just fucking.
You're going to send them all to a
Street
business seminar.
So you're doing some
Like-
mandatory training day with them.
Basically, or I'm gonna hire in like
Yeah,
I'm gonna hire in like some kind of dodgy contact off the street to like train them.
All right, you're
Yeah, something like that.
okay. You're trying to get some outside speakers to come in.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just give them like just so they're not shit, you know.
Okay, why don't you roll me some streetwise?
Sorry?
Can I help with shady police contacts?
Yeah, you can do that. John can roll with advantage.
Go on then, John.
Shit.
21's pretty good.
Dang, 21 is pretty good. John knows of a few guys. So there's a few guys that you think might be pretty good fits for it. There's a couple guys. There's one guy who you think of is maybe a good fit for it. His name is Big Ron. He used to be a.
Is he called Big Ron because he's got a fucking massive head?
No, he's fucking tiny.
Wait a minute.
He's about 5'4".
What was the name of the fat guy we had a picture of that Dom put fucking sunglasses on that time?
Oh Christ! I've done that with a lot of people though. It's really hard to keep
It was
track.
the very first one you did. He was like
Oh my
businessman but cyber.
Yeah, it was just like the generic. What was it? Was just some generic
Bob.
name you guys came up with, wasn't it?
It was Bob. Oh, fucking
Bob.
Cyber Bob.
Bob, Massachusetts.
That's
Yes.
the one.
Bob,
Massachusetts.
Cyberphone campaign.
Oh yeah.
Big Ron is he used to be a diver for one of the bigger criminal enterprises called the Family, which is a London-based gang from the flooded zone. They do a lot of like scavenging. He was one of their like divers. So he's a good sort of investigator, a very sort of keen eye, and is good at sort of keeping an eye on things. But he's also a guy not to be fucked with. He is a very competent fighter, and he's sort of left the family, sort of semi-retired, but is by no means gotten clean. So yeah, you think he might be a good fit. If you whoever would like to recruit this gentleman, feel free to roll some persuasion.
I
Yeah.
can't do that. Somebody else do it, please.
Plus, tell me how much money you want to throw at him.
Well, how much does he want?
So you managed to get through John's previous police knowledge. He's able to contact this guy again, track down a number for him, gets him on the phone, and sort of propositions him. He's like, he's a bit confused at first, but essentially says, I'll fucking teach you little fucking baby boys how to fucking
Camps.
crime good. I tell you what, call it a cool mill. I'll whip him into shape.
A mil. Yeah, all right.
What timescales is that over?
He says, fucking, provided they're not complete, like, wastes of the gene pool. I mean, give me a month. I can get him at least into a semblance of competence.
I will do that, and I've paid him the mil.
Big Ron is on board.
And then I'm gonna send an invoice to everyone in the team for 200k.
Ugh.
I just got my numbers looking good. Come on, man.
If we pay him 2 mil, can he recruit for us too and bring us and get us an army?
Worthy of Mordor.
Yeah, no, yeah, he knows some guys. Yeah, he's pretty happy to start looking into that for you.
Fair.
Alright, if I'm paying another extra 200 grand.
Oh, now these numbers are even worse. Okay.
Yeah, he knows some guys. Big Ron says, yeah, shit, sure, no, plenty of guys.
we want some. I mean, by all means, use them in the business, but if they're capable of a scrap, that'd be real handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
And if he wants in as well, then he let us know.
Yeah, he'll let you know. He's a
We
bit more
might keep
free agent, but
we could keep him on retainer.
yeah, no, he's happy to take your money as long as you're paying. No, that's yeah, sick, really good. Lovely. So
Let's go find Sly. We've literally been playing for like an hour and haven't done anything other than shop and check in on our business.
Yeah, you know, it's what happens when you create an empire. You know,
you guys are busy.
eventually we'll start being able to employ people to look after it for us, and that's when they'll eventually overthrow us.
I'm
but-
starting to look at hiring someone to play for me.
Nice. So as you guys are leaving, of your you spend a couple hours there, just, shooting the shit, organizing things, calls, and organizing some some.
I love doing business.
You're gonna have an open day. Yes, organizing. Yeah, company retreat. Some e-learning. Talking about starting up an HR department. And then as you're leaving, Splint, can you roll me a perception check,
I can, in fact, roll you a perception check. Yes. Would you like me to?
please?
19.
As you are leaving, because you're the person with the highest passive perception, you're the only person who is able to sort of make this roll current for this situation.
Yep.
With that roll, as you're leaving, you're really not sure if you imagined it, but you could have sworn you saw the outline or the silhouette of a person on one of the warehouses, sort of opposite yours. You go to look again, and it's
Would my zoom in eyes have helped with that at all? My new zoom in eyes.
they give you sort of ×2 sort of vision, ×2 magnification, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so with
they've
that,
got more than just a silhouette with them being on ×2 vision.
you're with that. Unfortunately, you're not able to make out any particular features. You know that it's quite a large human silhouette. Definitely a man or a very bulky woman.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately turn to River and say, "River, Cloak, go up high, check top of that building."
I will do that. He's saying it with such authority. This is worrying things about River.
Okay, yeah, River, you fly up.
Yep.
Can you roll me some perception as well?
Oh, hey, nice.
17. Let's remind myself what.
This is the advantage that we have of somebody who can fly around literally invisible.
I might as well take advantage of it. I mean, fuck it.
As you get up there, even with your enhanced vision, your dark vision, and the ability to be, you flew straight up to the warehouse. There is nothing up there.
Oh, all right. I will fly down and report this.
You do just float there for a moment whilst you're up there, just to be sure, and it is dead silence. Whatever was there appears to have made a clean getaway. Yeah, that's really good. So, you guys moving on to try and catch up with Sly?
Yeah, I'm going to tell them I saw something, and I'm going to say, don't know what it was, but there's definitely something up there. and it's either able to cloak or it can move fast because it was gone by the time River got up there.
One of the guys at the gate just goes, hits one of the other guys. Like, I told you I saw something.
All right, I'm gonna immediately turn to him and go, "You, what do you see? When? Tell me everything."
I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna grab him and like pull him closer and just like, "Tell me now."
It's about like 2-3 nights ago. I don't know. When we were getting a shipment, I thought I saw something sort of hanging off the side of one of the trucks as it was pulling up. But as I sort of went round, it was gone. Thought I heard like a boot on top, and so I like went up the ladder, but there was nothing. And I like got all the guys to look. There was nothing. Nothing came. Nothing gone. It was. They all been making fun of me.
All right. Have we got any surveillance in this area?
Not currently. You guys have the guys. You don't have any electronic surveillance.
I'm gonna be like, all right, I want you organise some surveillance around this place. Cameras hidden. I want them up by and on the top of each of the trucks as well. And I'll pay for it.
Depending on,
I want the cameras to be like night vision equipped as well.
cool. So for like a full fucking setup with for like the warehouse, like the trucks and everything, with like night vision, all that sort of stuff. Probably easily looking at something like 2 mil thereabouts.
Okay, I'll pay for it.
Groovy. So you just like shove the money into like Trent and Schubert's hands and just like sort it out.
Yeah. And I'm gonna like emphasize to them like, don't skimp on it, don't skim it. Like, this is important.
Yep.
Like, if you need more, you need to come tell me. Don't go cheap. Don't go siphoning anything off it. This is important.
Mhm.
All right, I'm trusting you, lads. You know,
Yep.
it's gonna be a big moment.
Schubert gives you a crisp salute. Trent just kind of like, yeah, waves.
Cool. All right, that's gonna be me, and then I'm gonna go tell the group what I saw and what I've done. And can I say it so that like we all have access to the feeds, like so, you know, on like our own like devices or whatever, as well as also there being like a central, place like in the building of like where somebody's like able to check it, but also that we can get live feeds that we can kind of like remote into if we're
that's a good idea.
if we're within whatever range I can get out of it.
Yeah, if you guys are hooked to the internet, you'll be able to access this like your fucking like your little Nest cameras.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like getting a Ring doorbell is just everywhere.
Yeah. Like people were checking on their dogs when they're away.
Yeah, but for us, it's checking that we're not being followed by authorities or
Dogs.
worse dogs.
Cool. You guys set them to it, and they're gonna start making preparations for it. Very good. Very nice. After that, you guys make contact with Sly. You tell him you're back in town and that you'd ready to meet up. So he just replies back really enthusiastically, just like, "Oh, fucking great! Back at the bar. Meet you at the bar." And he just meet in the Silver Oaks. So you guys make your way on over there.
That's some giggling noises. Oh dear.
Okay, so we go back over there, I guess.
You guys make it back to the Silver Oak. Been a little while since you've been back here, and as you guys arrive,
Didn't we get into a fight last time we were here?
We did.
Yeah, it was first session.
Have they renovated?
So as you guys come in, it's still grungy. It's still sort of very lived in. There's a lot of suspicious stains everywhere, but all the windows that have been blasted out have been replaced. Some of the tables that were completely smashed or bullet-ridden have been replaced. There's of the couple tables that haven't been replaced. There's the odd little like bullet hole, sort of like as a memento of the last thing that was here. There's a big scorch mark over here from where you had some Molotovs sort of thrown in previously, and over here in the corner, there's just a little blood splatter on the ceiling that you can see that must have been missed. That was where Jameson decapitated one of the gang members. Let's try to.
One time.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, as you guys make your way in, Sly is sort of in his customary place behind the bar, sort of laying out an array of drinks on the top. And as you guys arrive, he like slides them over to you. And
You fucking dog, we've got your fucking merchandise.
Gordon's alive.
Brilliant. Have you brought it in with you?
It's in a secure location.
Ah, fantastic. Brilliant. Well, go get it then.
It's literally outside.
Cool.
Being overly mysterious at that point, like it's in the truck.
It's in a secure location. Where? The parking lot.
It's in my car.
The curb.
It's in my car, locked, obviously.
Yeah, you. Well, he's super excited. He sort of before you can sort of like stop him, he like leaps over the bar and sort of strides out confidently out to your car, out to the SUV. You guys follow him out there, and when you pop open the boot and open it up for him, he like sort of just sighs and he just goes, "Oh, finally," and then he cracks it open and just to sort of verify, and he
Can Jameson just before he actually cracks open the case?
Yeah.
Jameson just put Kirk a very heavy mechanical hand on his wrist, and just be like, "This was awfully fucking difficult to come by, you know."
Oh, really? But I had it all organised with the guys.
All your guys were fucking dead.
Oh,
And turned into fucking zombies.
oh well. Yeah.
Dan's. Sorry, wait, no, Dan. Splint's taken on the posh accent and dropped his cockney.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot it was Cockney. I'm sorry, Misha. And turned into fucking zombies. Is that better?
So,
Fucking zombies, mate.
he's just like, oh, fucking hell, guys. All right.
I
Yeah.
fucking worked hard to get this
Can be a
fucking
real-
grain. I want it fucking eaten.
Well, this is why I sent you guys. You guys are the best. And he sort of claps you guys, both, each of you on the shoulder.
You
on,
continue.
on Jameson's metal shoulder.
Yeah, before you continue, you may or may not notice that this arm was once made of flesh. You offer me a fucking arm.
like, well,
You could say that this
we're made out with it pretty good here.
almost cost us an arm and a leg.
No, instead it was 2 arms.
At that point, James is just going to continue to grip his wrist and just squeeze as hard as he can, only for a second, but just enough to let him know that he's not particularly impressed.
Look, guys, if you guys knew you maybe didn't know exactly what you're signing up for. God knows I didn't fucking know that you're going to encounter any fucking zombies or any fucking thing like that. However, you guys are not Boy Scouts. You know how to handle yourselves, and you come through it really well. So, only to be expected of the best. And clearly you guys are that. And
Agreed and understood. When do we get fucking paid?
on verification of merchandise.
Carry on.
Finn's just going to shrug and then just walk back and just carry on.
He cracks it open, very animatedly, sort of like yanks out one of the canisters of the blue goop.
Oh, we kept a couple of those, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Not that we're going to say in front of him.
But
But
no,
yes.
I just as a DM mention.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you spent one of them, sort of like fucking
Yeah.
around with it and seeing what it did. How many did you keep to the side?
I can't remember. I want to say it was like,
Oh no, yeah, shit.
I think it was like 2 or 3. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah, it was
How many
low
how
enough we
many
could
in a
claim they
crate?
got damaged. So yeah.
I think we knocked off like how many were in a crate? We knocked off a few out of one crate. I think.
There was 2 crates of 10 each.
I think we knocked off like 4.
Okay,
But
so
we
four
wasted
total.
1 and kept 3.
That's it.
Okay.
Hmm.
So 16 in there.
We had a close encounter with some fucking road warrior types, so we were short 4, unfortunately. But most of it's there.
He looks. He sort of bites his lip. He's like, "Okay, yeah, no, this is still be fine. It'll still work."
Can I
Fucking
try and work out what that reaction meant?
Yeah, totally. Make a sense motive check. Oh damn. Yeah. So this seems. You've spent a lot of time around Sly by now. He's sent you on a lot of jobs. You've seen him in a lot of sort of high stress situations now, and seems like the most invested you've seen him.
Yeah.
Although he still seems very jovial, he certainly seems excited. Like he seems like really like happy with the result here. When he looked in there and saw when he was thinking there, that was a very sort of unguarded moment of sort of calculation. You could really see the cogs sort of moving in his head, and you could see that it appears that he had planned for some sort of excess, and so he is still very satisfied with the results, but it seems like he's got a very particular use in mind for these.
Okay.
That makes sense. He closes the canister. He closes the crate, taking one canister with him, and then sort of like shuts the truck. And he just says, "All right, we'll load those up and get those cleaned away in a second. But for right now, I suppose it's time I let you guys in on a little. Let you guys in on a few things. If you'd be so kind as to follow me back to the bar." And he takes you back into the Silver Oak.
Oh, Spin's just going to open up the case just to look in there one more time, and just like maintain it. He's just like checking stuff, and then he's going to try and drop a GPS bullet in the crate.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's a GPS shotgun shell, I suppose.
Yeah. That's totally cool. Make a sleight of hand check. Just the DC will be pretty low, considering the moment. Yeah, totally fine. You seem to have gotten away with it. Absolutely
Cool.
fine. Yeah, so he leads you back into the bar, and he takes you there. Now, upon getting back to the bar and sliding over your drinks, he takes a couple swigs himself before sort of sitting himself on top of the bar, and with the canister sort of in his lap, he says, "All right now, be honest now. Did any of you guys guess the nature of this sort of stuff? Because none of you guys looked terribly surprised when I opened that crate."
Flynn is gonna say, "Yeah, we got some of that blue stuff on us when they got in that fight. It fucked up old Armless over there. I don't really know what happened, but he couldn't use his arm for a bit, but I managed to fix it. So don't really know what it does. Don't really know what it's for. Don't really know what it is, but
They use it against us.
He chuckles a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, that must have been a bit of a surprise. That,
well,
yeah, this
not
is,
for me. Well, my arm.
This is nanogel. Specifically, this is a type of nanogel that's used for wiping hardware. Now, normally pretty standard stuff. However, this is a very this is a pretty universal kind of nanogel. Normally, these things are very sort of brand specific. They're only for one sort of set of software. They have a very specific job in mind. This sort of stuff can clean fucking anything. Now, pretty cool stuff by itself, but I don't know if you guys recall. I have a very specific, not a very
Set of
specific,
skills.
very specific set of skills. I don't know skills. I have a dream. Well, more of an ambition to see this town liberated, shall we say? Far too long. There's been a unfair balance of power, and I aim to right that. Now, you guys lived in London long enough to see the squalor, the piss and the shit that everyone has to live in here. Whilst I don't know if any of you guys been to the Central and seen how the other half live, but I can assure you they're living a damn sight better than any of us out here are.
Mhm.
You know what keeps them in power?
Money.
I'm going to go ahead and guess it's something to do with technology.
Bingo bango. Now, you probably think, those guys must be pretty powerful. There must be loads of them. There's not actually that many people in Central. They only account for probably 2% of the whole population of London. But how do they keep the order? The answer is, I think from what I remember, you guys are maybe come into contact with a few of these boys. The old Tin Men that they got, the replicants.
Oh,
Know
the
what they make up.
Mr. Five, those guys.
Yeah, so each corporation has their own, and there's no sort of. That's how the corporations keep their power. What
How
they
many of
lack
them
in
are there?
numbers, they make up for in tech.
Do we know how many there are? Or just Sly?
Make a history check.
Um,
I can tell you what we're at actually with the number men 1 through 8.
19 ain't bad.
Number 8 is dead, as is number 7. Number 1 through 6 still live.
Yep.
We've met number 2 and 4 attacked Cookie at a junkyard, but I
Mhm.
survived. And number 6 was in the alleyway when we first met them, but is also still alive. We are currently down Mr. 6, 7, and 8, both killed by Jameson actually.
I think you're right.
Show off.
I mean,
It's fair.
if you're gonna cook up a vendetta, it better be against someone good.
Yeah, it's valid.
Um,
Got unfinished business with 6 fucking.
he sort of says like, that's only one. That's only one corp. What was that? Paragon Star Boys that you guys had a run in with?
Yeah.
Now imagine that every corp based in central London has their own stable of tin men, and not even mentioning the Crown. Yeah, they've got their boots who call the shots and do a lot of the dirty work, but when shit gets bad, they've got their tin men to run in and sort of save the day. Now, all of these are very sort of spread, very sort of diverse. One thing that they do have in common is where they're kept. When they're not in use,
Ooh.
the replicants have a nice little slumber party.
Now that strikes me as
Now,
a
this is-
tactical flaw.
Now, this is a very closely guarded secret, and something that they don't advertise too much. And if they knew I knew this, I'd probably have a very big target placed on me back.
If
Now,
there was-
don't get me wrong, this is a damn fucking fortress to get into. Hence, some of the little toys you've been collecting for me. He pulls out one of the drives that you guys collected on some of your first missions for Sly. He says, these outdated bits of scrap actually hold some pretty old school blueprints for Central when the sort of modern sort of sea walls and everything was being laid down. They have some pretty good maps and plans of some of the drainage and sewer systems and some of the sort of access and sort of utility tunnels that run underneath Central. There's a couple sort of escape routes and bolt holes and sort of shelters for some of the ultra rich and some of the CEOs, but this all together jigsaws a nice little route straight into Central. We're still missing a key piece, but I've got a man on that. Shall we say? And this, my boys, is the final piece of the puzzle. This, and he smacks one of the canisters on the bar, is the way we even the playing field. Now you see, when all these metal boys are laid down to rest, they're hooked up to central servers for updates and reprogramming, refreshing, all that sort of business. If we were to mess around with that and say change or wipe out and replace what is being uploaded to them, well, that might be quite interesting.
So we can make them ours.
Yeah, we can do that. We can make them no ones. We can make them self-aware. We can make them rebel. We can turn them to our ends. Essentially, we have the keys to the city. Now, not all of them are going to be hooked up at any one time, so, I mean, best case scenario, we maybe get about 50% of them. There's always some out on patrols or on missions themselves, but, I mean, we'll get enough.
Are there any kind of anything we could do that might cause more of them to go back there if there was some kind of exploitation or a bug that needed them to get an update or something?
He looks at you. He says, "Yeah, I've been pondering that myself. There's a couple ideas, but that is my basic framework. I must admit, I've been plugging away at this by myself for too long, and I think with the amount we've been working together, I can finally trust you to bring you guys in on this little plan of mine. So, suggestions very much welcome."
Fair. Well, that's kind of been suggesting somehow we try and, I don't know, if we find one of them can get, well, me telling you, Ed, if we find one of them, could we somehow capture it and then see if we can sort of decode it?
Oh,
But-
what a ruffian.
and then see if we can find a way to exploit that code.
Okay.
When we've got a hacker.
He says, no, that's a good place to start.
Doesn't have to be a big exploitation, you know. It could be something as simple as just like a visual glitch, you know, something that's just enough for them to be like, well, we better run out an update. You know, anything too big, and then you know, they might catch on.
Yeah, so he sort of nods along as you're talking. He says, I must admit, I've thought of capturing one of these guys myself, but as you can imagine, not the easiest. I know you guys tangled with a couple of these boys before, and also these are valuable company property. Hence, they are quite well monitored. They're all chipped. They are all sort of low-jacked, and trying to get away with one without being noticed is a little bit difficult. So, as I say, keep that in mind. So that is something for another day, and we can continue to work on that. What I need from you guys, though, and actually it's pretty good timing that you guys are here. The final piece of the puzzle I was talking about before, there is a man. Well, there's quite a few people with this information, but this the person I have the best access to is he's a director of utilities for the Central. Not the most glamorous occupation, but it means he has quite high access to a lot of fun and hidden ways through London.
Oh,
Oh,
say what?
Sam was paying attention then.
What did you say? Look up there.
What did you say?
He said the word utilities, and he just like jumped out of his bed.
Sam just put his line over his entire computer.
I was listening.
Standard.
This is a man. He holds up his arm, and a little hologram shines up over it. He says, "Lads, please meet Vincent Swanson, Director of Utilities at for the Crown and for Central London. He is, although high up, he is not the most high-profile person, but as I say, he is got some high-level access to some of the more mundane run-ins of the city. Hence, with some very fancy scanners, he is able to bypass these. Now, these sorts of people are understandably very well guarded and a bit difficult to extricate from their handlers. However, Vincent here has a bit of a dicky heart. Now, Vincent is going under the knife any day soon to have that changed out. He's got a couple. He's not the most healthy of chaps. Bit of a too much of a rich lifestyle. Hence, it's a bit more of an involved surgery than your more run of the mill. So he is going under the knife. I think in 3 days hence. What we need to do is get in there and whilst he is under, get some samples without anyone knowing. You see, if he is compromised, if he dies, or if people know that his biometrics have been cloned, then the game's up. His accesses get revoked and things get reset. But if we can get in there undetected and get out, then we've got a very interesting access. Make sense?
Makes sense.
That makes sense.
So, as I say, he's going under the knife in 3 days. It is, however, in Central. Now, no, some of you guys are London locals, but I don't know if any of you have ever been to Central. He looks over pointedly at Jameson's massive power axe and just says, they're a bit tighter on security than the rest of us down here. And you need to keep a slightly lower profile than you used to.
I've
I've never been to Central.
+5 in deception now, boys. I can smell whatever the fuck I like.
River's just going to go invisible.
Can River carry the power axe? That'd be great. Thanks.
Can River physically carry a power axe? That is a question with a very unhappy answer, I think.
No, carrying it is fine. It's just if you can't use it.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be shit with using it. Yeah. Oh, actually, maybe depending on where we are, River could hypothetically like fly in and
What
bring
is
supplies
that
to people
idea?
while invisible.
They've probably got air.
Ah, shit, yeah, they
Surveillance.
probably do, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't think it's like ridiculously funny.
Either way, well, yeah.
Yeah, so he's sort of laid it all out now. He has his plan to sort of hijack the
World.
the servers feeding the sort of replicant holding areas and update and storage sectors, and sort of reset it all.
So how would be best to get into, like, to sneak in to get to clone his things? Like, do we have a way to disguise ourselves, or is that something that we need to come up with? Like, does
He
he have
says, "I've got the details, and I know it was fucking hard enough to find out the when and where of all of this. Understandably, they don't advertise this sort of stuff on the newspaper. But I know exactly where it will be, exactly what hospital, and exactly when. And
Does he have the procedure, like the exact procedure of things?
he knows that it's a. I mean, he basically he takes out his pad and he just looks at it. It's like a percutaneous cardio.
He just grabs it and just have it, like, has a read.
Yeah, he just passes it over to you. Basically, you see it, and so essentially, it's a very involved sort of cardiac and vascular surgery to essentially replace and augment the entire heart and his peripheral sort of vascular sort of blood supply. Yeah,
Could
so
Spin
it's
do it?
incredibly involved and very delicate.
Could Spin, in theory, do it?
No.
Does Spin know enough to be able to fake it if he was pretending to be the doctor that was going to be doing it? Like, you know, if he was going to be asked questions and
This is incredibly cutting edge stuff.
Yeah.
This is not something Splint would have ever done before.
that's fair. But I mean, like, say for example, we went to the place and I was able to pretend to look like the doctor that's going to be performing the surgery, and people were asking me questions, or I had to like pretend to get ready to prep for it. Could I blag it enough?
Oh yes,
Prior to
Splint knows
surgery.
plenty. Like Splint was a doctor. He knows
Yeah.
plenty enough to like talk, like knows how to like talk like he knows what he's doing around surgery and cardiac surgery enough. If they started asking very specific questions, maybe a little bit difficult, but yeah, you definitely have the potential to blag it.
Okay, because if we need to pretend him to be a doctor, I do have this.
Ooh.
Oh shit, yeah.
I mean, if we need you to pretend to be a specific doctor, that's good. But I mean, also you have got medical experience as well.
Exactly.
So like, if they ask you medical questions, I fucking hope you'll know the answer.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why have we been letting you operate on us?
I mean, it does raise some follow-up questions, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right,
So
Stretch.
I hand it over to you guys. This is where I've kind of gotten to. As I say, I'm only one man. I'm an incredibly charismatic, intelligent, and devastatingly handsome man, but I am only one man. And,
He's also a talented liar.
I'm going to need some help on this one, guys. So, cards on the table. Are you in?
Well, I always wanted to be part of a new monarchy.
In the words of a long dead animatronic dog. Oh yes.
He's not dead.
Oh
Churchill
no,
is.
he's the
Churchill-
robot dog, very popular in
in
Eastern
Soviet
Europe.
Russia.
Yes, yes.
In New Soviet Russia.
Oh, da.
in
Got those
in
out there.
Novosovia.
Da.
Oh, da. Honestly, that's great.
Oh, da. What the fuck?
Da.
Da.
No.
I've had 6 beers. I'm pissed.
No.
But they're only 275, so I'm not that pissed.
I'm quite pissed. I've had a lot of Belgian beer.
Oh fucking hell! And yeah, I need to write off.
And he is a write-off.
I've been drinking 275ml Kronenbergs, but 2 dry glass. So I've only had 3 pints, but I think Kronenberg's quite strong.
Why are you drinking Kronenbergs?
Because someone bought them for me.
Yeah, it's a good reason.
I'd drink that if it was free.
Yeah.
Tom, are you still here?
I'm still here.
Oh,
I'm
fuck off.
speaking over and out.
So he hands you the details of details of Director Swanson's surgery. It's going to be taking place at Guy's and St Tommy's Hospital up in London.
Guys and St Tommy's.
And he is going to be on the coronary care unit up there.
Cool. Right, well. How do we get in there?
These guys in St Tommy's have a particular unit.
When is it? How long we got before it's due?
You have 3 days.
Well, I want to try and get some surveillance and try and work out who's going to be the doctor performing it. Can I do some research to see who's like the top cardiovascular
Doctor!
surgeon in the country?
Doctor!
Doctor, good God, doctor!
Ed,
Yeah.
I think I can research.
Yes. So let me just. This would probably be. This would probably be more akin to like a bureaucracy role, because rather than like relying on your streetwise and like underground contacts, this is a lot more about like navigating the bureaucracy of the healthcare system in London. So yes, you can roll bureaucracy to try and research this, try and find this out. You will find this difficult without doing anything else to kind of help with this.
I have a +6 to bureaucracy.
Can I get John looking at that, and can I go out and like, well, I guess try and like get involved with like various medical people that I know to see if there's any kind of word on the street about who anybody big coming in, anything like that.
Yeah. Roll a. I tell you what, this would be a good opportunity for Splint to essentially leverage his sort of his influence. This would be probably more like influence corporate. So Splint is a level 10 in that.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll just a flat people check?
Oof. Oof. That was top. Golf rules, yeah?
Yeah, you try to reach out to some sort of well-known names in coronary cardiothoracic surgery in the UK, and unfortunately, you're sort of just rebuffed by their secretaries, basically with excuses that they're very busy men, they can't be bothered right now. They will get back to you as soon as they're at their earliest convenience.
Damn. Okay. Well, in which case then I'm going to come back and I'm going to try and get. I'm going to assist John with the research because John understands how to navigate these things better than I.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good job.
But I just can help more with the medical side of things. He might be like able to navigate, but I'll be like looking at the people to work out if they know their stuff or not. If that makes sense. Based on like their medical qualifications and like the stuff that they do.
Yeah, sure.
So can I get John to roll with advantage as a result of that?
Yeah. Go on.
Yes.
Ooh, that was very handy. Okay. John is basically able to talk to a few people in who are linked to the healthcare system in Central. Again, being outside in South Dank does make this much harder.
Yeah.
Because essentially, you guys don't have any ties to Central London. You are able to track down the staff roster for Guys and St. Tommy's. And what you were able to find is essentially like a lot of you essentially cross matching a lot of promotional material with like press releases about like high profile doctors or consultants coming to work for them. And you're able to compile a list of all the surgeons that work within Guys and St. Tommy's. You're able to sort of filter that through sort of like who are the cardiothoracic sort of surgeons, and then you end up with about 5 names on there. I will get to the 5 names later. But yeah, you have 5 potential people who may be the surgeon doing it on the day.
Okay, cool. Can we try and find a location for those 5 people? Like their like homes?
Difficult from out here. I mean, yeah, there's not really
possible. It's not possible. That's all
a
good.
very realistic way to track that down from out here.
No problem. No problemo. Thought it'd be a bit far-fetched. Cool. Well, I guess the next step is going to be surveillance of the hospital. Or if we can get in.
Surveillance.
What I think would be a good idea is if we can get to the hospital and somehow, with those 5 names, try and see if we can book appointments with them on the day of the surgery and see if any of them are available, in which case they're not doing the surgery. If any of them aren't, then it can help us narrow it down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, they might still be busy because of other reasons, but if any of them are free, then they're definitely not doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So, in order to do this, you guys would need to get yourself into Central. Any of you guys who have been in London for long enough know that in order to get into Central London, to get through the inner seawall, you will have to navigate past some crown checkpoints to get into the Central London proper. And generally, to do this, it requires people to have some sort of identification listing their reason and access to be in the central part of London. That would be one obstacle.
Okay.
I'm just going to bribe my way in with hubcaps.
I don't think that's going to work.
Just rock up to the
Hubcaps are an accepted currency, so yeah.
What about hubcap, mate?
Could just bribe him with money.
My hubcaps.
I think money, that's not going to work. I don't think these people are
Hubcap.
gonna
They
sell out.
for money.
I think that there's going to be they're going to be better off turning us in than any amount of money that we could put together to bribe our way in.
Why don't we get ourselves imprisoned in central London?
And then break out.
And
Why don't we sneak through the sewers? Sneak through the sewers covered in Vaseline.
sneak through the sewers like Johnny English when he breaks into that
Yeah.
It's just a bit of poo.
When he breaks into that chateau
Mm-hmm.
Emphasis on the shat.
on the
Oh.
chateau.
On the shitu.
See what we did there.
That
Mm.
that's because I'm a fucking comedy genius.
Well,
do it.
no.
Oh.
Whilst you guys are
I mean,
discussing your plans, I am going to feed my angry beasts.
That's fine.
Still not a nice way to talk about Bo.
Andy, to be fair, in your defence, you do fit an awful lot of jokes inside a very small head. But
That man is not wrong.
comedy genius seems a bit bold.
Comedy extraordinaire.
Extraordinarily small head.
Oh.
I just got what you said.
Somehow it was better than it took a moment.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Oh, that
Mute
was...
that.
I can still see it. I'm getting nightmares now.
Stop looking at the screen then.
What's up with Ash?
She really hates that Thomas Tank Engine gift.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Quick, post another gift.
That's somehow not better.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
There you go. There are many gifts. Andy, stop it. Stop.
Oh, the hands one, no.
Oh, you're
No.
a bad man, Tom. Am I the only person?
Dandy, how many fingers is this?
See that Tom is more fingers than Dan had.
Am I the only person enjoying the dulcet tones of Thin Lizzy?
No, I've got it on. You're probably the only one enjoying it, yeah. But I'm listening to it.
But you
Yeah, the
don't
rest
enjoy
of us are
Thin
just
Lizzy.
very angry.
What's wrong with you, Dan? What are you
Furious might be better.
What do you do with Thin Lizzy?
I can't forgive you, Tom, for not awarding me that point.
Well, it was a matter of principle.
It wasn't a matter of principle. It was a
wasn't
matter
that.
of fact.
It was a matter of Tom being fucking wrong.
I was correct.
Well, I had fingers. Dan had a picture of fingers.
Oh, wow. What the fuck?
I was correct.
No, you were not correct, Dan.
I was correct.
Dan was correct us.
Dan was,
Yeah, if we're doing
Dan was-
hand gifts, I've got.
Dan
that
was
covered.
incorrectness.
What the fuck have I come back to?
It's a really good question.
The
I
hands
think, I
again.
think it's actually just better not
The
to know.
hands.
There's lots of hand gifts, isn't there?
I do have quite
Yeah.
a few.
Why are there so many hand gifts?
Mine is because of Flick. That's
God.
literally, I was about to post that one down.
Oh, Flick. I forget how Flick spoke.
Oh, I don't know.
I know it was like high pitched.
It was a bit.
You've got a pair of tiny hands, haven't you, Dan?
Somewhere, yeah. I wore him for the Trump costume.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
Oh, Spy Kids! Spy Kids!
Your hands.
They're not hands, they're thumb-thumbs.
That's an entire episode right there. That hand gif. Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it is actually.
Pulsing veins.
There's like 5 ad breaks in that.
Yeah, and that gif has been spliced together to take out all the ad breaks.
Where's the gif? Is there the scary movie mashed potato gif?
Oh, no.
Very maybe strong hand. Yeah, take my strong hand.
No, when he mixes the mashed potato with his manky hand.
Can we get back to where we were?
Yes.
Which is literally anything but hand gifts.
There it is. Is that how you mix your mashed potato, Tom?
Yeah, that's how I mix my mashed potato.
All right, cool. Any progress on the whole?
So
No.
not in terms of how to get in there. That's still a bit of a mystery. I suppose, is there any way that we could get something from one of the fucking robots that somehow get us in?
Well, I
Sweet.
murdered 2 of them.
Replicants.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, how do they get in and out?
roll a robotics check.
I will. I'd also like to know if whether or not I could become because I could have a stroke. If I could disguise myself as a replicant, and whether or not I'd just be able to walk in as a result of that. But anyway, that's the robotics roll, 25. That you wanted.
So you know that basically the easiest way to tell if something is a replicant is to just full body scan, which is very easily done. And you know that replicants and other sort of like robots and mechs and things like that don't require the same kind of sort of comfortable transport and living situations that humans require. And so they have a tendency to be packed away in tiny vents or like shoved through tubes to be like scanned when processed or like transported from point A to point B. So you know that if a human was trying to pass themselves off as a replicant, they are likely to be found out quite quickly with any sort of
the screaming and agony from being pushed through tubes.
and getting sort of blended through a small tube.
Yeah. Damn. Well, I think I might be out of ideas.
You do know that as any place, there is corruption, and while
so we could potentially bribe our way in. That was someone else's idea.
just walking up with a fat wodger, someone roll streetwise.
Oh, I'm not good at that. Somebody else.
I am
does.
quite good at Streetwise. I got plus 6. I got 14. It's not
I
great.
always think I am because it's right after stealth and sleight of hand, which I am good at.
Splint, you know that as with any
I got this.
damn Jameson, Jameson is very streetwise, and he is very confident that although there is corruption everywhere at all levels of government, in all companies and corporations, and in all sort of industries, and that there is always a way to forge accesses and passes, or to like bribe the right people. Walking straight up to the front door with a wad of money saying, "Can I please be illegally let in?" may not go easily. But with some proper groundwork, or by getting some potentially bootleg of accesses, it's very doable.
Could I disguise myself as a mech horse?
A mech horse.
Yeah, just an innocent mech horse, just trying to get into the center.
How are you trying to disguise yourself as
Tom's
a
been quiet for so long, and that's the input that he's created. is essentially the cyber version of a hobby horse.
Wait,
From a
is,
mech horse.
is mech fighting a thing in central London? Is- Yeah,
That's
'Cause
not a
if-
bad shout.
because we have a mech, and
And we have a guy who likes fighting. Yeah, it's a good shout. Is mech fighting kind of more of an outer London thing, or is there a bit of that in inner London?
It's more of a seen as a uncouth sort of outer London thing. However,
What if we
it
put
is
mech on a horse? Yeah.
it is big enough that it is fairly common for the younger sort of generation of central Londoners to make their way out to South Dank to partake and sort of take in the rustic charms of mech fighting.
Cool.
It's not something in central London, but there are certainly people from central London who do frequent the mech arena.
Okay.
That
that's
is my
not
plan.
bad. I think trying to get in through the cyber people fighting is not a bad shout.
People fighting.
The mech fighting. Or well, who could get us some fake entrance things? Do we know anybody? Sam.
As
Jameson
you guys
people.
are like mute talking about this out loud, are like huddled around your table, Sly, who's just been sort of like leaning surreptitiously on the bar, just kind of like, oh, sorry, my throat.
Spin
Hog
just
in
looks
there.
at the barman and goes, "Can I get a glass of water for my friend over there, please?"
He basically just like he wanders over and just turns a chair around backwards and plonks himself down. He says, "Right, lads, I can tell you this may be your first time trying to infiltrate somewhere where the key is not just gun shaped. So, allow me to be of some assistance. I know some people who can get us some access codes as to some bogus ID cards to get inside Central. That's not too much of a worry. Once you're in, then the rest will be up to you."
Right. Well, that's pretty useful. That's going to save us a lot of time. Guess that's what we're going to do then.
Cool. Lovely. I think what we'll do is we'll call it there for tonight.
God, that was such a hard amount of like brain usage there. Just us trying to work out how to do that.
I get the feeling that we're not in tip-top, like, cognitive functioning right now.
We've got two people that are fucking smashed.
I'm not smashed.
Yeah, that was very convincing.
No, I'm fine.
Yep, I'm fine, says every drunk person ever.
I must admit, I kept thinking of plans where I was just like, oh, we could get in just by like sneaking through them. Like, no, we have a giant fucking mech, we can't sneak. Like, I was thinking about like we'll sneak in through
In the
cylinder.
cognitive state that I'm in right now, the stealth moment that the mecha suit went into stealth, it would be doing the YMCA.
It would, yeah, that's true.
But I forgot we put some caster wheels on the mech, so we can put a tablecloth over the mech and pretend it's just the tea trolley.
It would still be doing the YMCA underneath the tablecloth.
Richard's final gif is how that would have gone.
No, it would have gone exactly as the GIF I posted.
No,
Somehow you became a T-Rex in the middle of it.
Yeah.
oh,
That's a great way to spend a weekend
What, dressed as a T-Rex?
on a horse.
Playing
On a horse
polo.
playing football.
Oh, that was a good session, Ed. Sorry we derailed it at the end there.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Turns out drink is bad for our group.
How dare you?
What?
It is both the glue that binds us, and as well as like the fucking
And the
something that derails us.
levers to break us. Is it fair to say